Hello, and thank you for your participation in this brief webinar as we take time to review our virtual summer school procedures for this year. This is Assistant Principal Connor, and I will serve as our summer school administrator. At the end of this webinar, it will be doubly important that you have completed the virtual summer school registration process and complete the credit recovery implications form. Students will not be permitted to participate until all requirements have been met. At the end of this presentation, should you need additional clarity or have other questions, please feel free to contact me directly. So again, thank you so much for your participation in today's program overview. Today's goals. It is our hope that by the end of this presentation that everyone will be able to understand expectations and the purpose of the program, including deadlines and communication, be able to e-meet key staff members and understand their expectation and how to contact them, discuss grade suppression versus credit recovery. Grade suppression means grade replacement. Be able to discuss academic integrity and get an overview of the platform that we will be using this summer, which is through Edgenuity. Our summer school staff, as I shared before, I am Assistant Principal Connor, now serve as the summer school administrator. Miss Harris will serve as our summer school counselor. Math instruction will be led by Miss Collins. English instruction will be led by Miss Berkman. Science instruction will be led by Miss Goodman. Social studies instruction will be led by Mr. Gist Anderson. And our EC support for students with exceptionalities will be led and supported by Miss Williams. The email addresses for each of those staff members will be listed here, as well as our school-based website. Academic integrity. Students enrolled in courses served by Edgenuity and site-based teachers will adhere to the academic integrity policy outlined below. Any violation of this policy can result in disciplinary action and may jeopardize the student's credit in his or her online course. Students are expected to conduct themselves in accordance with 5 fundamental values. Those values are honesty, trust, fairness, respect, and responsibility. A student who adheres to high standards of academic integrity maintains that all work turned in uh, will be his or her own and is based on the knowledge and skills that he or she has acquired. That means that it is important that all work submitted is your own work and no one else's. Students found in violation of any academic integrity policy may be subjected to any and all disciplinary action that may be imposed by the Mallard Creek High School administrative team. So in short, please make sure that you are completing and submitting your own work. The purpose of our summer school session, which is just like a credit recovery course, is to be able to earn graduation credit for courses attempted and not passed, and to also show understanding of the required standards for graduation. The expectations for this program, we ask that you log into Edgenuity daily, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Certainly, you can feel free to be able to work at any time, but you will be supported during those hours. Communicate with your teacher, use your best behavior, and certainly keep it professional. Be sure to give teachers contact information that they can use, so we ask that you provide a working number that accepts blocked calls. Complete your coursework, meet weekly goals, and expect phone calls and emails to you and your parents about your progress. Currently experiencing what we are going through right now, we are all driven by technology, and we will also be using Google Meet videos as well as Zoom to support our program. So if you need additional support and you would like to be able to Zoom or Google Meet your teachers through a Google video, please feel free to reach out to them, and those options are also available. It is important that you be able to demonstrate mastery and improvement by earning a minimum overall grade of 60%. be able to demonstrate growth from start to finish, and courses not completed by the deadline will be archived and count as a zero until completed. Recovered class credit will be listed on the transcript as pass and the final grade and is not eligible for GPA quality points. We'll talk a little bit about that later when we discuss grade replacement. So if you didn't understand that just now, we'll go a little deeper with that in just a moment. And once again, we talked about academic integrity. So be advised, any plagiarized work will receive a zero with no chance to redo it. It is expected that all students know how to cite work and use the internet responsibly. It is your responsibility to get help in that area if you need it. So please take advantage of being able to speak and converse with your teachers and be able to get support if you need it. Lastly, be sure to leave time to make corrections. You do not want to wait to the last minute to submit your work. So if you can move through your courses throughout the week and meet your weekly goals, you want to at least have a 3 to 4 day window at the end to make sure that you have time for corrections before the final date. Remember, this is an online course. It is your job to troubleshoot. It didn't work will not work as an excuse. So make sure that you, as again I said, make sure that you leave some time to make corrections. Our session dates. Session 1 will be held Monday, June 15th through July 6th. And session 2 will be July 13th through August the 6th. Again, as I shared earlier, you can complete your coursework at any time, but will be offered support from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So please reach out to your teachers during those times if needed and expect for them to be able to respond during that window of time. You will be allowed to work on 2 courses max per session. You will be registered for your course by our summer school counselor, Ms. Harris. This is very important. If you need to take Math 1, English 2, Biology, or Math 3, you will need to ensure these courses are taken in session 1. So again, if you have to take Math 1, English 2, Biology, or Math 3, you will need to ensure that these courses are taken in session 1. We will register you for those classes, but we have several students to put in classes. So if you notice that you are registered for one of those classes during the second session, please make sure that you reach out to myself or Ms. Harris to have that changed. How do we progress monitor your work? Students will participate in testing to assess course standards, monitor student performance, and report student mastery to parents and administrators to determine the level of support and interventions needed for the credit recovery course. The core teacher will serve as your case manager for their assigned students, and they will make weekly contact with you. Students will also be responsible for showing their parents their progress via their progress report on Edgenuity. Teachers and students will complete weekly goal completion plans. So every week, your teacher will give you a new goal for the week. So make sure that you are staying in touch with your teacher and meeting those goals throughout the course. When you get ready to log on to Edgenuity, this is the website that you would log on, www.edgenuity.com. This is an example of the student screen. So you'll see the courses that you are registered for, and you'll click on your course to just begin your work. There's a little box on the class session to share with you your course grade, as well as how much progress you've made in the course. When you log on to Edgenuity, you want to choose the student button. And when you are logging in, your username is your CMS and then your ID number. Make sure you add an asterisk at the end of your username. Please do not add spaces when typing it in. If you've had classes over the course of the year or previously, you will not see your credit recovery courses if you do not use the asterisk. So there's an example down at the bottom, CMS 12443 asterisk. Make sure the asterisk is there or you will not see your credit recovery courses. Now, in regard to credit recovery versus grade replacement, Please listen to this information because we want you to make the best decision for you and your goals and desires. So this is very important. And parents, we ask that you also listen closely to this piece as well, because this will impact your student's GPA if you are not familiar with credit recovery versus grade replacement. So credit recovery is a shortened version of a failed course to recover credit only. Recovered courses, you will receive a pass or fail grade only. Recovered course grades does not replace the failed course grade. So that failed course grade will remain on the transcript. Recovered courses will not be accepted by the NCAA Division 1 or 2 course standards, and recovered courses may be reevaluated by admission with colleges and or universities. Now, grade replacement, which means that you will repeat an entire course that has been failed. The initial course must have been taken in fall 2015 or after. The repeated course shall replace the previous course grade. The credit toward graduation is only earned once, regardless of the number of times the course is repeated. If the course has an associated EOC, NCFE, or CTE post-assessment, the higher of the two exam grades will be used in the calculation of the final grade. If the repeated course is failed, both courses, each with the grade of F, will remain on the transcript and are calculated in the grade point average. So if you are thinking about grade replacement, it is very important that you do better in the course the second time, or both grades will end up on your transcript. So certainly you have an option. This option through summer school is a credit recovery option. So make sure you are choosing what's the best option for you. Please understand again that taking this summer school course will allow you to receive the credit only with no chance of improving your GPA. If you opt to retake the course during the regular school year, you will need to connect with your counselor. There is an option to select grade replacement on the summer school registration form. If you have any questions about any of the above information that we've already shared, please reach out to myself, Mr. Connor. My email address is listed here, or Ms. Harris, who's our counseling support for our summer school program. And as you are going through your classes, feel free to reach out to us also. But just remember to contact your teachers first and wait 48 hours before reaching out to someone else, because your teachers will be able to give you explicit information regarding your course. Please be sure to complete the Acknowledgement of Credit Recovery Implications form today that can be found online on the school website. Again, thank you so much for your participation in our webinar, and we look forward to being able to support you throughout this summer in your summer school classes. Thank you so much and have a great day.